We're going to go ahead and do a general reading for twin flames. This is a collective reading for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Happy equinox. It's one of my favorite days. This is the autumn equinox. We have now shifted into fall and Libra season, which is going to be bringing a much lighter energy. Now, this is huge for twin flames, and we'll get into that in this video. Only take what resonates for your specific situation, though. I always remind you guys, if this is just a general reading, that's why I encourage you to do the one-on-one phone calls with me on my website under readings and coaching. I am an energy healer. I have a ton of healings, clearings, and activations to help you to heal yourself and, of course, your situation. So if you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have lots of amazing stuff up for today's equinox. You can do anything in my shop all of the time anyways. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your love life. And we have a really, really big focus on your love life as we're moving into Libra season. And this is all about balance between the divine feminine, divine masculine, your inner reality, your outer reality. And of course, we're going to talk into all things happening on that level. Okay. So this is a fated connection, and you should already know that, like if you're tuning into this video. This is a video for twin flames. That'll give you some type of insight. Maybe for some people you haven't met this person yet, you're about to, and you're doing preparatory healing work on yourself. Maybe some of you guys, you know you've met this person and they've come in already, okay? It just kind of depends on where you're at on the journey. Now, this is a fated connection that we're talking about, and there's just so many cards to indicate that in this reading too. So you were meant to meet this person. They're actually in your life plan, your soul contract. You knew you were coming to Earth and you were going to get a little bit lost, but you made a plan to meet this person. And we do with a lot of important encounters and even events in our life. So you're meant to be with this person. This is a destined connection, and that this is a predetermined encounter, that you made this plan to meet them before even coming to Earth. Now, I think a lot of people get confused as they're navigating the twin flame process because it brings up so much healing. And it's not just that, it's like ascension, spiritual awakening, twin flame connection. It brings up so much so fast because of, the mirroring nature of this. And it can magnify our thoughts, our energy, things going on within us, how we're feeling, and it can be a very, very intense connection. So oftentimes, and this isn't for everyone, but most twin flames will go through certain stages of the journey, we call it. And there are times where this connection can send twin flames into even separation, soul shock, spiritual crisis, trauma coming up. It just kind of depends, okay, on where you're at with that. And so this can be very confusing to people about the connection, especially as it's triggering a lot of old wounds, even karmic wounds, and, maybe even fear-based thoughts that we have and stuff like that that can come up. But past all of that, you're meant to heal and you're meant to be in union. Someone was asking me, and I don't remember, but I'm going to put this on video, about, do twin flames end up together? They most certainly do. And I'm going to remind you that you've already come into union with this person, and you're in union with this person. This is why you feel their presence so strongly in your field, as they are part of, with your higher self and their higher self, guiding you towards that union if you're not in it, or within that union trying to keep things on track, okay? Our spirit guides have that lovely job of trying to keep us on track while we're here, sometimes listening, sometimes not, right here in the physical. But you're meant to be with this person. In fact, you have a contract for this union. Maybe some of you guys are in that union and you're playing it out and you're healing certain themes that are coming up, because I see it big time across the collective, a lot of things in common. I see a lot of people right now closing out heavy cycles. Yes, connected to the twin flame journey. Could even be with this person. You're meant to let go of the old and to move forward anew, especially as we're shifting into this new part of the year with the autumn equinox. But I see it big time and closing out old karmic cycles happening right now. It makes sense to me too, because we have a big focus on soul contracts and how they're playing out and what's kind of going on with them too. So this is an important space that we're in for twin flames. You know that this is your person. This is a twin flame connection. We've talked a lot about soul contract, but once again, this is your soul contract coming up, and that this is a past life soul connection. And you know that about this person. It's how you find each other in this, I call it a sea of people, right? is how you've even met this person, with so many people here on this planet and things like that too. So you have a powerful soul connection. Many of you guys have definitely not completed it. Even if you think you have, you definitely haven't. And I mean for this lifetime, okay, for right now. And so there's something going on with that soul contract coming up. Now I want to go into a couple of these cards, and this one, it shouldn't have, because they should have been upright, but this one is backwards. So I'm going to take it as a block or some issue coming up. With this finances card, maybe you're having stress about money problems, and it could be about your job, work, material things, or not feeling as successful as you would like. Makes sense to me because we're just shaking off Virgo season, and I was kind of, and I'm serious, but kind of joking. Virgo season is like stressing and worrying about money. Like, right? And it's not even in a negative light. It's like, maybe you were guided to pay attention to your finances, get a budget, get a plan, nip overspending, you know, like prioritize what you are spending your money on, or even healing things in that area. Now, there are a lot of the planet, this is the Matrix, loves to try to keep us in fear programming, scarcity, lack, and the 3D we call it, right? And we're shaking that off and we're healing that, so we can continue to elevate and expand and do better in life. So you're healing something major with your love life and your finances right now too. And don't go into old fear or worry, especially about money. Pay attention to your spirit guides if they're trying to help you in some type of way. And this could be like this is like new job, healing your finances, getting creative ideas, making abundance, things like that, generating income and money, healing it in some type of way. So pay attention if you're guided to make some changes, obviously around your love life, but around your finances. Okay, so we have, and I love it because we're doing, this is my October card. So you're going to see some big shifts in October. And right now you might feel a little, this card indicates confused, still have some illusions that you're trying to move through or strip away. October is going to be a really good month for you. And also, this is my spiritual awakening card. It's the veil is thin right now. So this is a powerful time of year where you've been getting a lot of clarity with this last eclipse and even the eclipse gateway. But this last eclipse has shown you what you need to heal and what you can't take into your union and your next chapter. You may be seeing that about your person too, of their issues and what they're working on. But I mean, on your side, you've been shown things that you might need to clear and release still, or that you're working on healing, clarity about your connection, clarity about things with your twin flame. You've been getting so much clarity, and that's because the veil has been very thin and you're having a lot revealed to you, a lot shown to you, so that you can move forward and to really move forward into these higher frequencies, into a better alignment. And I love the equinox because it's a time where the divine feminine and divine masculine are meant to be in balance and in harmony. And I see a lot of you guys are healing imbalances. Like if you're over giving, putting too much time into this person, the connection, it could be something like that. It's my scales card, and the scales need to be even. Like, right? Okay. It's power imbalances, ways, you know, you're not reciprocated, whatever it is. We're going through this balancing of the scales. We're going to have a major theme on your love life and relationships. There's a big healing that is happening. If you have been confused and not sure what's going on lately, you're getting the clarity. You're getting it in subtle ways. As you're spending time with yourself and your thoughts, pay attention to what is coming through right now. It's big. It's very important for you. And helping, I want to use the word because I'm getting the message, like launch you out of this month and into October more clear on where you're meant to be. Okay, some of you guys, and because of what I'm being shown right now, some of you guys, this could even indicate, if for my twin flames in separation, if you're like kind of in that space, it could just be not where you want to be, not fully in union. You know, you're with this person, but not yet fully where you want to be, or you're in like full on separation. And this is, you're going through a big transformation. I'm being shown, like, so kind of coming out of the dark and into the light. And so you might be doing a really lot of work on yourself right now, a lot of solo work, and it's going to make a lot more sense coming into October as you're going to be moved to a much different timeline. For many, this could be reunion, union, or just really elevating yourself and your timeline. So you're going through a big transition, and I mean with your timelines, where you're going to end up. Keep working on yourself. It's very, very important, that work that you're doing and putting into your healing, your growth, working on your energy, working on yourself. Okay, we have divine intervention. You might feel like you've like full on, and it's like my fire card. Twin flame is called flame for a reason, but you got to remember that if you've been going through anything we might deem negative here. It's also, there is a catalyst for this connection, and it's here to teach you things. It reminds me, this isn't for everyone because a lot of you guys are in union, but for those in separation, you might have felt like you were going through a lot of hard lessons, or your twin flame has. Some of you guys see that. You get like front row tickets to seeing what they're going through or getting updates on their side. And it's like, okay, one or both of you has been going through a lot lately. And this is like a catalyst to your awakening, but also a catalyst to the connection. The divine is stepping in a big way. And I always describe that like, you know, the universe is always giving us our lessons and moving us forward and giving us what we need to learn and what we need to know. And so this is things happening on a level way past both of you. And this is the divine, like, shifting things. Remember, this is like serendipity, the supernatural, karma being cleared and burned away. And so, and this could go in many different ways. One or both twin flames might be working on something in a karmic sense. It could be wrapping up loose ends, healing something within, or even external dramas, because I always think of karma as like a drama. External dramas might be playing out. There's something in the way or coming up that needs to be cleared in a karmic sense. And this could be simply old cords, but it could be connections or just something that needs to be healed that's kind of coming up as a block in the way. Okay, so we have, my soul was made with yours in the beginning of time, and that's what twin flames feel generally in this lifetime. That soul split, and you probably might even at times of being apart here or in separation, it can trigger a lot of deep stuff that we can't always consciously understand, but we feel it. And a lot of it's because it's like on an unconscious, subconscious level. It can go far back into past lifetimes, being separated in the past, losing each other in the past, having gone through a lot of this. And our situations very much can mirror things on a past life level that we are trying to heal in this lifetime. So when we have a situation play out here, it could be actually our soul trying to heal old stuff, and we might not even be that aware of it. And so I describe this as if you've ever had pain, separation pain, usually you feel it. It could be different for different people, but usually you feel it very strongly in the heart chakra, or you're feeling the other twins' pain or grief, or your own pain and grief, obviously, about the situation. Sometimes twin flames can feel it very strongly in the heart chakra. I believe this is our soul connection too, and sometimes we're feeling things, yes, on our physical body level and our chakra level, definitely, but it goes a lot farther into our actual soul. And so some of you guys that have like been fine on your end and you're feeling a lot of pain in your heart chakra, you might be really feeling your twin flames spiritually and energetically, or even your own stuff there. This is exactly what twin flames come here to heal, is separation wounding and things like that too. So, and it's a hard process for me to describe that oftentimes what separation is really about is just doing more work, preparing and being ready, and everyone's like, oh, I don't need to do that. I know the universe makes us oftentimes to go deeper into our own selves and our healing journey, I've found. And so when we can dive into that space, it's very transformative. And when we can heal ourselves, whether, you know, solo or within the union, when we heal these deep wounds, we're healing separation consciousness, separation from the universe, obviously the twin flame, in ourselves on such a deeper level. It is such a transformation that we go through so fast. And of course, sometimes we can deem this as a painful experience to go through at times too, for anyone who's had to go through that actual separation with this person. And this is healing the original soul split. So then this has a lot to do with many souls, but oftentimes, you know, we're the closest with our twin flame in the spiritual. We divide. It's like division, like cells dividing, right? We divide and we come to earth and we have solo lessons and we bring it back together. And when you come into this space of union, you're integrating a lot of knowledge that each of you had solo, and you're kind of bringing it together. And that's what our souls do anyways. We come and we have our experience and we upload it back to source, right? Bring that knowledge back to source. And it's very what twin flames are about, is kind of bringing that together and healing anything kind of blocking the connection and things like that too. So you guys might be healing, different for everyone, some type of heart chakra stuff still. So if you're feeling blocks in your heart chakra, pain in your heart chakra, really working on that chakra, if you are a twin flame, will help you to heal some of that stuff that we were just talking about. I long for you in a way only you would get, and twin flames kind of have their own hidden energies and language and can very much understand each other on that, you know, energetic sensing level and telepathic level. And this is another part of the connection, that you could be away from them for 5 minutes. You're probably gonna think about them a lot and miss them and want to be around them all the time. And I call it the love bubble, right? Of wanting to be in that nice space where you're kind of together and away from the world. And of course, sometimes the real world comes a knocking and we have things to do. And so it could be, for some of you guys in separation, that's like a soul, you know, longing, and it's very strong and it's there for a reason. Everything serves a purpose to keep you on track with this person. And that's the connection you're feeling, and it pulling you to it. And, you know, life has a funny way of doing that. Or even maybe some of you guys are balancing, keyword balancing, Libra season, balancing the energy more so that you're not experiencing so much of that. You can get your own stuff done too, right? So there's a very strong pull between both of you, a very magnetic pull. When you are very, very happy and aligned and doing good, you can notice your twin flame is usually around you or wants to be around you a lot more. And naturally, when you're in anguish or having a rough time or you're purging a lot or in low frequencies, they tend to disappear and not want to be around you. And sometimes it could be conscious, but usually it's unconscious. You are like two powerful magnets, I always say. And magnets can either, with each end, they can draw each other together or they can repel. And this is how twin flame energy is. And so when we have people that very real can get stuck in cycles of chasing, the other will run. And that's repulsion energy and pushing away the very thing you want to attract. That's always kicked off by wounding and abandonment and trauma and things of why we would do that, right? And it's like, okay, so there's a very, very strong magnetic connection and pull with this person. They feel it too. You know that too. We'll go back into another layer of that if you are dealing with that runner chaser cycle. I always say to really heal yourself and your own wound so that you're not doing that anymore, because when we do that, we think it helps. It makes the other person double down on their fear or reasons why they are running in the first place. It will amplify that, even though we think it's going to help, you know, to like soothe them or whatever. It amplifies whatever's going on with them too. It makes it worse generally. Okay, every day I pray to be with you. This is the person that's on your mind and even your prayers a lot. Higher forces are trying to guide us together, and that's the beautiful thing about this connection. We talked a little bit about being guided by the universe and on such a bigger level. Okay, we have a timing thing going on with the right timing. Have faith and wait until you find this person. So there's something going on with the timing, and this is like hold on, self-love, and soon. And this won't be for everyone, but being guided to really work on yourself. I think it's such a blessing when we have that time to work on ourselves, find ourselves, and to get in our own energy. Sometimes we need to find ourselves again and again around here, right? And to be in your own vibe, because this is going to be so important for some type of balancing. So, and whenever I hear divine timing, once again, this is a karmic thing. It's not like, you know, you're waiting on this person, never like that. It's always a karmic undertone. It's my Big Daddy Saturn energy, right? And okay, maybe needing to also, on the flip of that, what is karma or karmic experiences trying to teach us is to get organized and get our life together, right? And to be spiritual maturity, growth. So these kind of themes may be coming up for you, but I always say take what only resonates for your situation. Get at me if you need a one-on-one reading. You guys always know where to book them. Okay, Golden Cage. Break free from stress and toxic relationships. This is escape and worth a new path. And this is everything that Libra teaches us, is literally about getting rid of toxic relationship patterns, things that we're allowing. It's big time relationship healing. And if you guys know, you know, you've been through a lot of relationship lessons, and some of them were pretty hard. Like, okay. But you've been learning a lot about relationships. And one thing we learn about relationships is we also learn about that shadow work that comes with relationships, and how, you know, we might need to heal some things within ourselves so that we could be obviously a better person, but a better partner too. And that's what this is all about too. Everyone wants that divine partner, but in order to do that, we got to become the divine partner as well too. And so this is like a very, very powerful message about working on your own toxic traits, negative patterns, shadow work. Some people are not very good at shadow work. Okay. And they're going to be running from everyone else's shadow if they haven't integrated their own. Maybe some of you guys are really good at that. You're like, I got 10, I've been doing shadow work for days, as we should be. And you know yourself better. This is what shadow work helps us to do, is to know ourselves better so that we can do the work, do the healing work, and integrate the aspects that need it to dig in deep or dive in deep and to transform and heal certain things. And so until we make our shadow conscious, we unconsciously will deal with that in our relationships a lot, okay? And so the more we heal ourselves, the more we transform and lighten that. It's alchemy of the soul. It's a very, very powerful healing. A lot of our deeper transformation comes to our relationships. And especially this twin flame soul contract. There is a soul contract and it's playing out as it should for everyone, but it's also helping you to work on deeper issues that might have been uncovered through meeting this person and the spiritual connection that you share with them and how things have played out. This can bring up a lot of shadow work very, very fast, but I always talk about twin flames going through intense cleansing process and this being very transformative in a very positive way. So we have ephemeral, having a brief affair or rocky relationship, short term, and having fun. And this isn't for everyone, but maybe some of you guys, I was talking about the foundation of your relationship might not have been built sturdy. For some, you might have already, this isn't for everyone, so please just take this if it resonates for you. Some of you guys might have already been in a connection when you met. I was explaining this can be very, very common with the soul contracts, and I'm not going to get into that topic. Or some of you guys were only, aside from that, so that could fit some people. Some of you guys might have met this person and had a very short relationship with them, but never come into union like you started to, and you know, something happened, whether it was like runner or someone pulling back or healing coming up or whatever it was. I know a lot of twin flames that have gone through cycles like that, like you guys were about to be there, you know, were dating or talking dating and it got weird. Or this is just, some of you guys are in union, but this has been bringing up a ton and it's not the foundation of where you want it. This is my root chakra card. And so this is like maybe working on like root chakra issues within the connection. This could have brought up a lot, like you might have a tumultuous relationship where it kind of is a lot of struggle or a lot of things coming up. It's good for a little while and the same issues keep popping up. I know a lot of twin flames like that. Until you heal the issues, they tend to keep popping up. I was kind of describing it like you got a real messy closet and you're shoving tons of clothes in there. You open the door, they're gonna fall everywhere until you kind of clean it up. Not the best example I know, but it's like until you heal certain issues, they're going to keep coming up again and again in your love life. You could switch partners, but until you heal yourself, the same issues and patterns come up. And so this is a little bit of looking back, what themes have you been healing across, you know, with your karmic partners and people you've been with? What kind of themes have come up? Because chances are, unless you've really healed these things, they're going to probably resurface with your twin flame in some type of way. And they're meant to help you to heal. Like, this is a connection that's all about healing. And you're going to notice with karmics connections, when you heal, it makes the connection worse, and you know, they don't want you to heal. Twin flame encourages you to heal generally. Okay, it's supposed to. Like, right? You're supposed to both be working on your healing. And this is a conscious relationship and this is so needed, but there might be issues with this card that are like coming up. And this could be trust issues, this could be fear issues, jealousy issues, not feeling secure, attachment styles. It's like root chakra of not having this sturdy foundation, or testing the foundation and seeing how strong it is. Okay, so I have this last card and it is in reverse. And so we're gonna take that as a blocker issue that we need to work on. There's some type of imbalance or power balance. And this is like, have mutual respect and shared responsibilities. This is my equality, respect, and care. And this is exactly what the equinox helps us to do, to shift into balance within the connection. Maybe you've been overpouring or doing things and your cup's ending up a little empty. Or maybe you're doing a lot for this person and they're not getting it back. And sometimes this is like actual things, but sometimes it's on the energy level too. So you're being guided to pay attention to the energetic dynamic with this person. And some of you guys are in union and that's a little easier to see. Some of you guys maybe not in union and there might be some imbalances or blocks. We'll just call it for what it is. Some blocks that are being worked through so that you can, for those in separation, come into union without the issues. So generally, I don't know any twin flames that were getting along, talking, and the issues came up that pushed you apart or led to the separation in the first place. So if in separation, those are the blocks and the issues that need work through, whatever came up. Okay, and that's the healing. Something needs healed, like blocks that might have led to separation for those twins that are. For those of you guys that are in union, you might be putting a little bit, maybe, and it doesn't have to be for everyone. Some people are putting too much focus on work and other things and not enough on the connection, and it's taking a toll on the twin flame union or relationship. Some are putting all their focus on this person in the union and maybe the rest of their life's fallen in, right? It's a balancing that needs to happen. There's some type of blocks coming up, and for this read, okay, in the connection for those that are in union and some type of balancing. It could be like if this person's putting all their focus on the other person and not really having a lot of alone time, or maybe they're taking too much alone time, right? It's some type of imbalance that's taking a toll on the union or has led to issues in the union or is leading to issues within the union that need to be resolved on a deeper level. So some type of kind of blocks in the overall connection are still being worked through or coming up, especially from the rest of these cards. There's like some type of issues that you're still kind of working on mending or healing. And Libra season is an amazing time to heal your overall connection and to mend things and to come back into balance and a greater alignment within the connection. Okay, I'm going on that note. Have a beautiful day. I have tons of equinox stuff on my website. Make sure you're booking it on there if you need me. If you need a one-on-one read, coaching, you know where to find me. sparksofdivinelighthealing.com.